If you were to ask someone at Siena College who the team with the most wins is on campus, someone might say men's basketball or maybe lacrosse, but really it's the women's golf team who has the most. They're on a 12 MAC championship win streak. Right now, the Marcel Athletic Complex is home to everything Siena Athletics, but in just a few short years, this building will get a makeover that will give the Saints a new home. Liz's contributions to athletics go beyond her experience with SAC. She's also played a huge role on the volleyball court. She was recruited as a setter, has played as an outside hitter, and has even played in the middle. The Siena men's basketball team has gotten off to kind of a rough start this season. They're coming off of 3 straight losses, but heading into the next game, Coach Mitch Bonagiro said that the key is to just take it one game at a time. Over the summer, the area where students work out got a makeover, which provided a lot more weight machines for students. However, that got rid of one of the squash courts, which has some students very upset. So you can see Chrissy running around campus often with the cross-country team, but you can also see her working with the Student Events Board, where she serves as the speaker's chair.
Come back out to the dirt all the time in rain.
That's just what I do. That's my passion, and I love what I do with the Sprint Cup Series and NASCAR, but I really love the dirt racing just as much.
Now, why Fonda? Out of all the tracks in the area, why would you come to Fonda?
Well, we kind of got a string of races that we're running together here, so it kind of really worked out good on our schedule to be able to come here, and I've heard a lot about this place and the history of it, and we've kind of in the last year and a half we've been running a lot of racetracks that I've never had a chance to go to, and our buddy Kenny Schrader kind of gave us that model of, he keeps a logbook of every track that he goes to, so we've had a bunch of tracks this year that we've never been to before, and got to race at Brewerton last night. That was a first, and then coming here tonight, so we're getting to go to some tracks that we've heard a lot about, never had a chance to race at.
Now, despite a full season of Sprint Cup racing, Tony Stewart still makes time to come back to his dirt track roots. In Fonda, Chelsea Brumagen, Fox 23 Sports. For most NCAA Division I golfers, summer is the perfect time to hit the links and practice for next year. But Siena senior Megan Cahill spent her summer preparing for a different part of her future. She traveled across the world to Sydney, Australia, where she interned for Haystack, a PR firm. While she was there, she got her first glimpse of what a career in PR will be like.
I kind of did every aspect of PR. I would capture coverage of press releases we sent out for our clients. I put together press kits that would go out to the media. I did a lot of brainstorming for new clients.
Megan said that her summer confirmed that PR was the right career for her, but her best memory didn't happen in the workplace.
My biggest thing was when I flew up to Cairns and I went bungee jumping in the oldest rainforest in the world. I went scuba diving at the Great Barrier Reef.
Now, Megan did spend some time in Australia during prime-time golf season, but she did have some time to come back in August and get ready for her senior year. But lucky for her, golf is one of the sports that you can do your whole life, and she definitely plans to keep on going.
I may not play in as many competitions as I do now throughout the summer and obviously during the school year. I just enjoy being out on the course, put my music in, and just go out there and play, have fun, and just do it for me, not for any competition.
Between golf and a career in PR, Megan's future is sure to be a hole-in-one. Chelsea Brumagen, SCTV Sports. In volleyball, this is usually the only ace that matters. But for Siena senior Leslie Akeo, an ace in the classroom is just as important. She's been named the Leo Dufert Student Athlete of the Month, is a 2-time member of the MAC All-Academic Team, and was one of 30 volleyball players in the running for the NCAA Senior Class Award, which encourages athletes to be leaders in their community. Leslie has done her part by sharing her knowledge and advice with other student athletes as a tutor.
I think I'm kind of lucky I do understand most of at least the core subjects. So I thought I'd help out people that are having a harder time, especially athletes. I understand it's hard for time management. Our schedules are hectic. So if they need just a little help in anything, I'm willing to do it.
Although tutoring is about making the grade, Leslie has gone above and beyond just helping with homework. For her, tutoring allows her to help her peers in many ways.
You kind of do mentoring as you tutor people. It's supposed to be a discipline, but as you get to know them, you get to become friends with them as well. So I think it becomes a little more mentoring and helping them out with other stuff.
In addition to her academic honors, she's also had a major role on the volleyball court. Leslie has been named MAC Libero of the Week multiple times, has shattered the school's all-time digs record, racking up over 2,000, and was just named MAC Libero of the Year. In May, Leslie will graduate, but she's definitely made an impact on the Siena community during her 4 years here, scoring an ace on the court and helping others get one in the classroom. Chelsea Brumagen, SCTV Sports.
The chase for the NASCAR Sprint Cup is heating up, but there's still a few races to go, and at this point, anything can still happen. The boys heading to Martinsville Speedway this week for the Tums Fast Relief 500 with Jimmy Johnson sitting on the pole. Things get moving pretty quickly. On the green flag at lap 107, Johnson's teammate Jeff Gordon takes the inside and makes the pass for the lead. Gordon hanging on to the lead for a little while, but we have another lead change on lap 147. Brian Vickers getting up close and personal with Gordon, and he cruises by him for the lead. Later on, Johnson gets back to the top, but Clint Boyer is right there to spoil the Lowe's team's fun. Boyer goes around him on the inside on lap 183, and he would hang on to that lead for quite a long time, 154 laps. Boyer loses the lead when he stalls the car, leaving his pit in the middle of a green flag cycle. He loses some crucial seconds, and that allows Denny Hamlin to take the lead. Hamlin called this race a must-win, but it's not going to end that way. Lap 392, electrical problems plague the FedEx car, and Hamlin heads into the garage. Less than 100 to go now, and the pole sitter is back at the top. Things going pretty smoothly until this happens. With less than 10 laps to go, Carl Edwards and Dale Jr. go for a spin to bring out the caution flag. Just 5 laps to go when they restart. Johnson is still leading the pack, but Kyle Busch is right next to him on the restart, and he is hungry for a win. Busch makes one last-ditch effort at getting by the 48, but Johnson holds him off to take the checkers. That win sends him to the top of the chase standings and puts Brad Keselowski in second with 3 races to go until the new champ is crowned. Tragedy struck in Kansas City Saturday with the shocking murder-suicide by Chiefs linebacker Javon Belcher. Belcher and his girlfriend Cassandra Perkins allegedly had a fight at a home in Kansas City when Belcher shot Perkins multiple times. She was pronounced dead later at a hospital. Belcher then traveled to the Chiefs facility at Arrowhead Stadium where he took his own life. The two had a 3-month-old daughter together named Zoe, but she was not harmed in this incident. New York Giants kicking off the regular season with a nice rivalry game against the Dallas Cowboys at MetLife Stadium. G-men have high hopes for this season. Joining the action here in the second half, Cowboys leading 7-3. Tony Romo finds Kevin Ogletree way down the field at the receiving end of a 40-yard bomb. Touchdown, Cowboys, they're up 14-3. Giants trying to make something happen here. Eli Manning hands it off to Ahmad Bradshaw, and he finds his way to the end zone. Touchdown, G-men, but they're still down 4. Cowboys starting off here on 1st and 30 after a holding penalty. Romo with another long pass finds Miles Austin on the 15-yard line, and he takes it from there. Cowboys leading 24-10. G-men got another touchdown later in the game, but that was as close as they would get. Giants start off the season with a 24-17 loss to the Cowboys.